Once upon a midnight jury, I pondered, weak and weary, over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore. While I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as one gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis a visitor," I murmured, tapping at my chamber door. "This and nothing more." Distinctly, I remember it was bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished for the morrow. Vainly I had to borrow from many books of circus sorrow. Sorrow for lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant maiden whom the angels named Lenore. Nameless here, forevermore. And the silken, sad, uncertain rustling of each purple curtain thrilled me, filled me with fantastic terrors never felt before. So that now, just still at the beating of my heart, I stood repeating to some visitor, entreating entrance of my chamber door. Some later visitor, entreating entrance at my chamber door. It is this and nothing more. Presently, my soul grew stronger, hesitating, then no longer. "Sir," I said, "or madam, truly your forgiveness I implore. But the fact is I was napping, so gently you came rapping, and so faintly you came tapping at my chamber door. That I was sure I heard you, and I opened wide the door. Darkness there, and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal ever dared to dream before. But the silence was unbroken, and the stillness gave no token, and the only word there spoken, I whispered, word, Lenore? This I whispered, and an echo murmured back the word, Lenore. Merely this, and nothing more. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul with me burning. Soon again I heard a tapping, somewhat louder than before. "Surely," I said, "surely that is my widow, Lattice. Let me see, then, what there is this mystery to explore. Let my heart be still for a moment, in this moment explore. 'Tis the wind and nothing more." Open here I flung the shutter, when, with a many and flirt and flutter, there stepped a stately raven, in the stately days of yore. Not the least obeisance made her he, not a minute stopped or stayed he, but with a mind of lord and lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon a bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, perched and sat, and nothing more. Then this ebony bird, beguiling my sad fancy into smiling, by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance it wore. Though thy crest be short and shaven, thou," I said, "art sure no craven, ghastly grim and ancient raven, wandering in the nightly shore. Tell me, what thy name, my lordly name is, thy knight's Plutonian." "Sure," quoth the raven, "nevermore." Much I marveled, this ungainly fowl, to hear discourse so plainly, though its answer little meaning, little ravenseed bore. For we cannot help agreeing that no living human being ever yet was blessed with seeing a bird above his chamber door. Bird or beast upon the sculpted bust above his chamber door, with such a name as Nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on the placid bust, spoke only that one word, as if his soul in that one word he did outpour. Nothing further he uttered, not a feather he fluttered, till a scarcely more than muttered, "Other friends have flown before. On the morrow he will leave me, as his hopes have flown before." Then the bird said, "Nevermore." Startled at the stillness, broken by reply, so abruptly spoken, doubtless said I, what it utters is only shock and store, caught from some unhappy master, who unmerciful disaster followed fast and following faster, till his songs of burden bore, till the dirges of the hope, the melancholy burden bore of never, nevermore. But the raven was still beguiling all my fancy into smiling. Straight up I wheeled a cushioned seat in front of the bird and busted door, and then a velvet stinking I betook myself to linking. Fancy unto fancy thinking, an ominous bird of yore. What is this grim, ungainly, ghastly, got an ominous bird of yore, meant in croaking, nevermore. This I sat engaging and guessing, but no syllable expressing to the fellow whose fiery eyes would now burn into my bossom's core. And this and then I sat divining, with my head at ease reclining, on the cushion's velvet lining, and the lamplight gloated o'er, but whose velvet violet lighting with the lamp gloating o'er, she shall pass. Ah, nevermore. Then methought the air grew denser, perfumed from an unseen censer, swung by seraphim, whose footfalls tinkled on the tufted floor. "Wretch," I cried, "thou God hath left thee, by these angels hath sent thee respite, and leafy from thy memories of Lenore. Quaff, oh quaff, this kind of Nephi, forgot lost Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil, prophet still, if a bird of devil, with a tempter's son, with a tempest tossed here ashore, desolate yet, all undaunted, on this desert land enchanted, on this home by honor haunted, tell me truly, I implore, is there balm in Gilead? Tell me, I implore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." "Prophet," said I, "thing of evil." "Prophet still, if bird or devil, by that heaven that bends above us, by that God that we both adore, tell this soul with sorrow laden, if with indistant Aden it shall be clasped Satan may, who the angel's name Lenore, clasp a rare and radiant maiden, who the angel's name Lenore." Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." Be that word a sighting parting, bird or fiend a shriek upstarting, get thee back into the tempest and the night's plutonium shore. Leave no black plume as a token that lie thy soul hath spoken. Leave my loneliness unbroken. Quit the bust above my door. Take thy beak out from my heart, and take thy form from off my door. Quoth the raven, "Nevermore." And the raven, never flirting, still is sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas, just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all seeming of a Damien that is dreaming. And the lamplight o'er him, streaming, throws his shadow on the floor. And my soul, from out that shadow lies, floating on the floor, shall be lifted. Nevermore!